Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the Figma Levi from Attack on Titan. So yes, here we have another Attack on Titan Figma figure. This time it's Levi, another character that a lot of people are quite fond of. And he is of course very cool and something definitely worth picking up if you are a fan of Attack on Titan. Now let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, sculpting details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course here we have our Figma figure. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. As usual, the Japanese scale is generally a bit smaller than the American 6-inch scale, so the Figma figures are much smaller than Marvel Legends, but still bigger than a 3 3/4-inch figure. And here are all of our Attack on Titan figures compared to one another, just so you can get a general range of how big they are. Now let's get everything else out of here and just look at Levi. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Of course, you can see Levi is wearing the standard brown jacket with all the scout insignias on it. He's got a button-up shirt underneath that with the little ascot thing that he wears. Brown straps on the chest piece and on the pants. He's got a little brown skirt bit there. And his brown boots. All in all, very accurately sculpted, and I don't really have any complaints. So let's go ahead and zoom in on his head sculpts. Head sculpt-wise, Levi has his parted black hair with all the little lines sculpted into that, and he comes with 3 faces. He has his standard sort of stern expression. His downward-facing eyes, stern expression that has the extra shading on the forehead, mostly used for whenever he's looking down, kicking Eren and stuff like that. And then he has his gritted teeth battle expression. The painting on all of them is pretty good in terms of the eyes and the mouth parts and everything like that, although I think they may have gone a little bit overboard with the forehead shading for the downward-looking face. Now let's go ahead and zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, you got pretty standard Figma articulation here. Head's on a disc, goes up and down, side to side. Joint the neck as well, so that moves around. Shoulders move up and down, in and out, rotate around. Elbows, disc hinges, rotation. Hinge and rotation in the wrist as well. Ball peg in the upper chest area. Ball peg in the waist. Hips go forward and back. In and out, rotate around on the joint, disc knees, disc ankles, which also pivot a little bit, and you've also got your toe joint. So you should be able to get them into pretty much any pose you really need to. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some accessories. Accessories-wise, Levi comes with several different hands. He has 2 fist hands, 2 holding hands, 2 open palm sort of flat hands, 2 more relaxed flat hands. Then he has 2 upright sword holding hands and 2 hands to hold the sword upside down. You can tell by the different finger positions because the swords have those weird little trigger things on them. So that's a reasonable amount of hands there. And in terms of proper accessories, first of all, you get your movement gear, which does peg into the figure's hips, and it can be maneuvered around as you may desire to keep it out of the way. You get your pair of pairing swords. The blade can be removed from the handle if you so desire. You get some effect pieces that attach to the movement gear, 1 for the back and 2 for the 2 cable shooting bits. You get some firing cables to shoot out of those. You get these sort of strings with little hooks on them that you could use to suspend the figure from something, although I'm not sure how much I would actually trust doing that, but theoretically it could be done. And you get your cape, which you can peg into the back of the figure. And lastly, of course, you get your 3-jointed Figma stand, which you can peg into the figure's back and help with keeping them upright. So yeah, all those things should greatly increase your ability to pose your figures as you so desire. Now that wraps it up for all of our accessories, so let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, Levi comes in the standard sort of Figma box. This one's a bit purpley. Max Factory logo, big window there for displaying the figure, Figma 213, Levi, and you got your Attack on Titan logos. On the back you get some poses for the figure, and some Japanese stuff that I cannot read. As always, these are good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Levi. Alright, that wraps it up for Levi, so until next time, goodbye! Thanks for watching one of my videos. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like the video or subscribe if you would like to see my future content. If not, run away and never return. Also, feel free to support me on Patreon at patreon.com/vrreviews, follow me on Twitter at VenomRaptor09, or follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/vrreviews. Thank you, and goodbye.